Dear folks, welcome back to this channel. It's Handmade by Shirley, and thank you so much to all my new subscribers and my current subscribers. Thanks so much. So I thought I'd come on today and I'd use the sticky craft mat of the stamp wheel, and I got some recently Sizzix products in the Sizzix mega deal. So I've got this stencil called, well, the number, it's called Layered Wildflowers, but the number is 665841. And it's actually for use with the Sizzix, I'm not sure what it's actually called, the stencil and stamp tool, I think it is. But I don't have one of them. I've got the stamp wheel from Altenew. So I thought I would just use the sticky part of this stamp wheel to just stick my paper and my stencil onto. And this is a numbered stencil, so there's four, I think there's four, so that's number one. You can just see, I don't know if you'll see it on here, but it's all numbered. 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. And if you've got the Sizzix system, stamp and stencil tool, you'll be able to use these holes to hold your stencil in place. But that's the reason I've kind of got the sticky mat. So I've got a couple of pieces of white card, which are 6 by 6. This is Pink Frog Smooth White, which I find is actually one of the best. I quite like Stampin' Up's card as well, but I find that this is actually better. So I'm going to start off just with number 1, and I'm just going to make sure it covers my card here, and it should stick onto that. And my stamp shouldn't, my stencil shouldn't move. But I mean, I could put extra sticky if I wanted. If I wanted to put a couple of bits of low tack tape just there, if I wanted, just to hold that in place. I think it should be fine, but I'm just doing it in case, because I don't really want, by the time I've got to, you know, number 4 stencil, I don't want to have had it moved. So I've just got some nice blending pencils here, and I don't know why these are in there, but that's nothing. And I'm just going to use the VersaFine Clair ones today. So I've got this new one, Charming Pink. I've got greens, I've got the blues, the Paradise, I've got Warm Breeze, I've got a red, but I feel that's too bright. I've got Verdant as well, and I've got this Summertime, and I've also got Chianti, Nocturne and Morning Mist, and also that Tulip Red, but I'm not going to use the Tulip Red, I don't think. I think that's too bright. So what I meant by the Sizzix system is that it's this tool, which you have, if you see it there, I'm sure maybe some of you've got it. So it's a stencil and stamp tool, and that shows you, obviously you can clip these, so these holes would clip onto that system and hold your stencil in place. I do not have that. So it's lovely wildflowers here, nice tall wildflowers. So let's just get started and see what happens. So I've got some blending brushes here, and I'm going to start off with, I think, this colour of green, which is Verdant. I'm just going to go over that, and I'm trying to look at this sort of image to make sure that I'm kind of doing the green in the correct place. Doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. there is some purple. Well, in the picture there's some purple, but I suppose it doesn't matter really. So I'm just picking out the bits I think are going to be the foliage type. I think that bit's probably a wee bit foliage as well. So you don't even need to have this, but a sticky mat would be helpful, but you could just do it on your surface if you taped it down as well. That's also another way of, you know, doing it. You don't have to have any of these tools really. Just sometimes makes life a little bit easier, that's all. So that's all I'm going to do there. So I'm going to gently just grab that, actually grab these sides first. Now if you not seen my giveaway, which is a wee live message I popped on my channel here, there's a wee giveaway. Well, it's quite a big giveaway actually. And it's for some cards and some other things I made from a piece of 12 by 12 card. So if you want to be in the draw for that, you should check it out. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going directly over again where I think it should be going. So I'm just going to have a wee check with the front of that. So that bit there should kind of be, I'm hoping this is going to be in the right place. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, maybe a wee bit more over that way. And there, so this is number 2. So this is a sort of taller branches a bit. So I'm going to use the other green now for part of this taller kind of branches up here. Same here. And a few bits here as well. Just have to watch I don't go over the edge of some of these because these are obviously florals. So just bring that down as well. And there's a little bit. Could have probably used my smaller brushes. Never thought. Didn't think it out properly. And there's a couple of bits here. Oh, and I didn't put my tape on, did I? But as I say, you know, you don't have to put your tape on. It's not imperative, really. It's just another way of. Obviously, if you're not using a sticky mat, I would definitely say put some tape on. But if you're using a sticky mat, or you're using the machine, the Sizzix machine, then absolutely you don't need to. But if you're not. Right, so the next ones are, I'm going to just use a blue for these, some of these florals. So this is the darker Paradise. So I'm going to go in there with Paradise and into this one as well. And a little bit on here. That's fine. And maybe one more up. Or maybe just there. That's fine. There we go. And then I want to come in with my pink as well. So let's get a brush that might do for this pink. So we're going to do this wee one in pink. So that was that new colour that I bought recently. It's not a new colour, it's new to me, Charming Pink. So it's not a new colour, it's just new to me. on as well, and that one. And then I've got two other bits here, which I'm going to do in the orange, I think. So, oh, there's a couple of bits. 3 bits, that's fine. And this bit here. Bring that down a bit. That's fine. So I think to wash these as well, just put them into soapy water. Let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. Starting to take shape. So that was number 2. Now we're on to number 3, which has got more of the bigger florals. So it's got a bit of squint there. So this shouldn't move because it's stuck down to the sticky bit underneath, so it shouldn't move at all. So what we're trying to do here is just add that over again. Sort of lining this up and lining those up together as well, and the same at the bottom, so that it will go in the correct place. Fine, just make sure that is down. Now, I might add some of the Chianti. I wasn't going to, but I think I might, because I think it might be. Maybe not actually. I'm thinking that goes on from there, so we could add more of the pink, and then that will work, because the bit underneath is pink. So let's just continue the pink like that. That's fine. And the same on this side as well. And it doesn't matter if it slightly goes over the other. I don't suppose it will matter too much. And this last bit here. Lovely. And then actually I'm just realising, yes, I need to use the other blue as well. So I'm just thinking, let's use the orange too, or shall I use a different colour here? I could do, maybe I will use some of the Chianti just round here and there, and it's just a slight difference. So let's just try this. I always try and keep the brushes the same, but it's not always easy to do that. So just so that that's just slightly a slight different colour, and it won't matter that I'm just putting a wee bit on the bottoms of these just to give it a wee bit of contrast colour. And the same for here. Just do a wee bit different on that as well. And let's just do a little bit there as well. Now for this bluey one, we'll just go in with the lighter blue. So the Warm Breeze. There's one there. I probably could have just gone over that again. I've already kind of done it in. I'll just do this bit here and that blue. That's fine. I'm sure that is going to look good. So let's just take this one off now. Have a look. Yeah, it's really coming together now. It's lovely. That's lovely. And then we're on to our very last stencil. So this is really coming together. That looks nice. I like it. So measuring it up with the ones that you've already got onto your image. So that, and we can put more on that. And then some here. So that's good. Now, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some orange onto this bit. So you can really play around with the colours a bit more than if you're just doing a one layer stencil. Obviously you can't really do that, can you? Oh, I should have used a different colour there, shouldn't I? Mind. Doesn't matter. And then what I think I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go over now with the Chianti over this bit here, just at the bottom, just to give it a wee bit more, and up that side, just to give it like a shadow type. Whether that will be shown on the final bit, I do not know. So just coming up there a bit more. And then there's a bit there, and a couple of bits there too. I'm just thinking, where's the lid for that here? There's a bit there that I really wanted to go over in a different colour, which was the blue. So I'm just going to go over it. I don't know what colour it'll come out at, probably brown now. But just gives it a wee bit of a contrast as well. Just do that. And I suppose we can add a bit blue to some of these too, because you can mix your colours in anyway. Right, let's see what it looks like, and then we can make a card. So there we go. I think that looks cool. You'll agree. I mean, obviously you can do it in very, very light. You could do it in very light colours, but I like the brightness of that. I think it looks really nice, the brightness of that. So right. So I've got this, I've been using from a Sizzix, other Sizzix stamps. It's Live in the Moment, and I think this is a really nice wording. So, and I try to live in the moment a bit more than I used to do anyway. So I think I'm just going to come in and just stamp that on, and I'm going to use this Morning Mist colour here, just to stamp that up here. And really what I should do is get my stamp wheel lid, which is in here, and I should actually put this on to that. So I want it, I'm going to have to stamp it now because I've put ink on it on the list for the giveaway. That's not a good idea. So I'm going to pop it onto there, which will just be at the very top here, and it might be slightly squint, so just move it. And then I've got my stamp wheel. I've put a little sequin up the top to tell me that that is where the top is, and I'm going to lift that up, and I'm going to just stamp it now. And if it doesn't stamp the first time, I can then go back in again and re-ink it and stamp it the second time. So there we go. I've got my pressure tool somewhere right here. Let's see how well that's worked. That's okay. Let's try it again. So let's definitely go back down in the same place. And that's the beauty of a stamping platform, or this particular stamping platform. You know it'll go back down in the right place. So it's not quite stamped right, So I'm wondering if I should do it with some Nocturne this time. That's another new one I've got. I don't know if it's just a stamp, but it seemed to stamp like that on one of my other things that I did as well. But anyway, let's try this once more and then we can pop this onto a card base. There we go. No, it's not any better. It's annoying that. Let's try it once. It's crazy. I don't know why it doesn't. Let's just press it down even harder. No, I don't know. So let's just put that to the side and let's pop it onto a card base. Now I've got a couple of card bases and I've got my trimmer. I did have my other guillotine, but we'll just use this. So I'm going to just chop away some of that white because I don't want to. I want to try and just make it look like it's come off the bottom of the card, like so. And I have chopped a bit, but that's okay. And I can just top a very tiny slither off the top here. There we go. So that's quite nice. And let's see if it's going to fit on my, yeah. So these are 6x6 card bases from Hobbycraft. Now, I think it looks quite nice just on the white, but you could put a very, very tiny colour around it. If I can find a piece of card I had earlier. Down here in a kind of awkward place as usual. So I've got this kind of orange, which might, or terracotta if you call it, which I think might look quite nice round it. So let's just pop that on. So let's just, so if that, so this is going to be roughly very thin. I don't think that's thin enough yet. I'm going to have to do it again. It's just to give it a, let's see. Probably could do it a bit thinner. Let's see if it fits on this card first. Maybe you don't need to do it any thinner. Yeah, I do. So this bit needs to be cut. Wee slither off that side and a wee slither off this side, and hopefully that'll be okay. Yeah, because I was just really wanting a tiny wee bit around the edge. I'm going to do a 10th fold as well, and then that will work. Yes. So, as I like splattering stuff, I thought I'd splatter, but I'm not sure I can see anything to splatter with at the minute. Let's see. Let's just get that water brush. And let's just get this twisted citron. And let's just take a wee bit onto there and then into the pad. And let's see if we can get some onto there. There's a wee bit I can see, not much though. I don't know if you'll see it, folks, but I can see it just there. That's cool. I would like a wee bit more though. So let's see if I can put some here as well. Come on. Let's get some more water. A wee bit here. Oh yeah, it's coming out now. That's better. So I will pop this together I'll pop it on my social media pages. I'll even put it on here if I've got time on the community page. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope that you'll let me know what you thought. Please have a look for the giveaway on this channel, as I say. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.